Oh, it looks like I'm live. Okay, hold on. Ooh, okay. I have got to get over to YouTube so that I can see things the way you guys see things. Although I do not actually think anybody is here just yet. Uh-oh. Did I just trunk my own video? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Smoking crack. Alright, so here we are waiting for YouTube to catch up. I'll just start putting some things away. You know, I always work right up until the last minute for most of these. Because I'm bad at time management. Alright. Let me just get that out of the way. And this, and I just can't seem to take Leslie's Happy Mail off my desk. Or, Janice's Happy Mail off my desk. I want to make something out of it, but I have not had time just yet. So, extra glasses. So much stuff going on right now. All right, this page finally loaded. Now let's get myself into the live. And then we might actually get some magazines out. Who knew? Hey, Deb, how you doing? Mousie's in the house. Get some magazines out. All right, let's mute that. Let's put this on live chat before I forget. All right. This is hello or wave. Hello. All right, let's grab a couple of magazines. I guess we could start with this. This just came in the mail from Thrift Books. I don't remember what I ordered. I'm a bookaholic. It's confirmed. What did I get myself? Oh, I remember now. Now that I'm touching it before it's even out of the bag. I remember. Okay. So, I got this book about the Myrtles Plantation. It's supposed to be America's Most Haunted House. I want to read it, and then I want to do stuff with it for my haunted project that I have been collecting things for. Watching football, coloring, and trying to chill. Nice. So, yeah, this is for reading to start. And then I couldn't help myself because I'm doing the haunted thing. This is Nancy Drew, The Haunted Bridge. I'm not sure if I've read this one yet because I am slowly working through them on Goodreads. But I can't remember where I left off. I'd have to go look at Goodreads. But this is The Haunted Bridge. And, you know, it's Nancy Drew. I think I've read this one before. It's always got the fun line drawings in here. A few on every book. Now that I've said that, there won't be there's one. I used to love Nancy Drew. But I'm trying to read through the whole series. And it's taken me a while. So I picked it up just because I was looking for haunted things and it made me smile. So that's what I got in the mail today. Okay, magazines. We need magazines to haul. Well, I'm going to have to order duplicates on some of what I've gotten because I want to keep them for my personal library as well. But I want to read first and see what can actually be used and what's just good for keeping in the library. So we're going to finish this one first. I started using this for, I was just working on something. And I really like this yellow, but it is pretty thick. So maybe I'll just, I will say it does not like to tear. I love just the color that it is, you know. Be good for collage fodder. Just have pieces of it. All right, so there we go. We've got to start, and we'll throw these away. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, But I think a lot of women that are my age or similar have kind of a similar thing going on. What do we have over here? Just more stuff. Okay. So there's the start of our pile. And I have gotten pretty good, lots of good stuff to use when I was decorating my brain the other day. I like these little small pictures, so I'm going to take them out. How have you been, Miss Deb? Having a good, I know you're watching football tonight. How is life treating you? I'll get them more fussy cut out later. I'm going to start a trash pile over here. Okay, on this one, we're going to take the 3 pictures plus the words underneath because we've got mindfulness, creativity, and escaping. So I think those are all lovely things to have. We'll just take off a tiny bit of this extra paper. Keep it as small as possible until I'm ready to trim it down. Doing okay. Hey, Michelle Noel. I saw your message through Facebook. I was in Brooks Live, and then I had to run out with elves for something, and I just haven't got to it yet. Okay, I think we're going to do torn edges on this. I really kind of like this image, so we'll just do like the torn edged ruler thing. But I did see your message, and I will reply to you tonight at some point. Hopefully right after this, because then after that, I have to go spend a couple hours in the garage doing Garage Landia stuff. But I haven't come on in a while to do any magazine harvesting or anything. It's been very hit and miss. I'm trying to get back into my schedule of 3 times a week. But I see in the time I've been away, a lot of people have come along and filled it. And so it's been hard to go live and not feel guilty about it. Oops. But I did like this little quote too. You must never stop being whimsical, and you must not ever give anyone else responsibility for your life. That is a good little quote right there. So let's see if we can get some torn edges going on here. I'm not very good at this. But if I just try and tear the edges, I'm sure to mangle it. I'm just slow in life. That's my whole thing. Maybe we can do it from the other way where we just have to hold it down nice and tight. There we go. Okay. Oops, I accidentally did this on the metal side. Well, we got a really rough edge there. I don't like that at all. See if we can maybe trim just a smidge of that off. Don't use the side with the metal on the wooden rulers. That's not groovy. All right, so we got a nice little quote. And I think I'm actually going to take a little bit off. No, because then I'll lose the shark. So we'll just leave that the way it is for now. I can always trim it down later if necessary. Ooh, there's me every day. I love a good nap. Love some napping. Oops. I just told myself not to do that. What I was going to turn right around and do that, right? That will probably get trimmed down a little bit more, though. And I have a choice of sides. But I kind of like the napping side. I'm a napping kind of person. I am. Oh, isn't she fun? I'm definitely keeping that one. I love her little dress with the sunshine on it. I'm good. That's a good one. Okay. Make a pile for big pages over there. Ooh, I like the phrase funny business. Ooh, or embrace downtime. If I do that, though. Okay. So I think I'm going to use this side. Make sure I use the right side of the ruler there. I like it. I'll probably use the words separate from the picture, but I'll leave them together for right now. Absolutely, Mousy. I think that you are onto something right there. I do love my downtime. Just have a siesta like the Spanish people do. They were onto something there in the, especially like here in the desert. Oh my gosh, right? It's bananas. Friends for life. That's good. And there's some little birdies on there that I might be able to use. I'm not really a bird person, but every now and then, you know. Every now and then. Dude, and we were such assholes about naps when we were kids. At least most of us were anyway, right? I did not want to take a nap as a kid. And now I'm like, dear naps, sorry I was a jerk. Please come back and be a thing again. Okay. I think I like this image better, so I'll take this one. So what have you been up to, Miss Michelle, and how are those kids? Hope everything is going well there. Ooh, look at that. I really like this one, though. I'm going to take that one, and I'll take the words, too. They'll be used separately, but I just like all of their fun, whimsical illustrations. Oh, there she is again. I obviously already I pulled out a bunch of pages when I was decorating my brain. And because they're so fun and whimsical. The magazine is called Breathe, and I've never seen it before. It's like a health-minded, mindfulness sort of magazine. And I have had such a kick out of there. It's just fun. So we're going to cut her down again, and I'll use the blue for collage fodder for sure. We'll just trim this down. But that blue will be awesome for some collage fodder. Just to add to some backgrounds. It's nice fun. The girls are great. You've been busy? I know you've been doing more crafting and other stuff like that. Did I hear the other day or see the other day on a live stream where you're making journals now? I'm always excited when somebody new starts making journals and doing stuff like that. It's a little bit crooked, but isn't everything? Ooh, look at the color on the back of that. I do like this, though. These ladies, they're little. It's not my style, but I know somebody who will really enjoy this. So I will be passing that one along to somebody else. And then I will just use this part. This is really bright, fun paper for collage fodder. Ooh, after school classes. Ooh, nice. I like it. You get up early. I know. Oh, I love my recharging time. That's a good thing to call it. Recharging my batteries. Els, when the dog does it out in the sun, she says Ginger is trickle charging. Because the dog will go out there and just lay in the sun. And Harry does it too, but he's not allowed to go outside because he goes over the fence. And he ran away that one time. And very much upset Els. But he lays wherever there's a patch of sunshine. And he just turns into Jelly Kitty. Oops. Ooh, a jelly plate. That's what it was. I saw that you had a jelly plate. That is awesome. How are you liking it? Just exploring some new things and having a good time. I think that's awesome. Okay. I like this little border down here, so we'll take that one too. I am excited. That's another thing I'm saving for. Jelly plate, much more attainable though. Don't have to save as long. I'm just terrible at it. Things come up all the time. I'm not in love with this image, but you know what? It might. Sometimes I see I'm doing something, and I'll think, man, I really wish I kept that image. But I do want the word magic here. I probably should have just took the whole thing. Well, that worked out. That's okay. There we go. Perfect. Lots of jewelry. Ooh, journal. Oh, you've been selling at Keisha's? That's awesome. I don't really go there, but she does have a good marketplace. I will say that. I hear very good things about it. I hear she's very organized and supportive. I may have to go check it out sometime when you're on. Aren't Japanese food, their presentations are just gorgeous. I like the food stuff for my personal journal. I'm a very food-oriented person. I do love good food. And it doesn't have to be schmancy. I like food that tastes good, and I need to really cut back on fast food and processed foods, though. I have been very bad, and my body is very angry with me right now. I've been having some swelling and stuff, so I need to cut back seriously on the processed foods. Your first horror film. I've heard that from a lot of people. I heard that is it Johnny? It's Johnny or I think it's Johnny is the really good one at the Jelly Prince. No, I can't remember. I sent her some images. One of those two. But they're really good at it. And they offer good advice. Apparently it's an art. It's all in the timing. Not that I have any personal experience with it yet, but you know. Oh, are you using a hard brayer or a soft brayer? I think I've heard a soft brayer is better, but I'm not sure. I'm going to keep the word breathe. I used to meditate often and do old people yoga, even when I wasn't old people, because I'm overweight. And it's easier on how my health is right now. I have not done it in a long time, but Els and Mike have stopped smoking in the house. So I may be able to attempt to take it up again. Okay. Johnny, yeah, she's like got it. I get the two of them mixed up all the time, and I feel so bad. Well, I like that as texture. Let's definitely take that one. I think that's a kind of coral. I think that's like brain coral or something like that. But I like it. But yeah, she has really. I love watching her do. Because she's fearless. She'll try anything. She's who inspired you to try it. She makes it look so much fun. She's one of the, I've always wanted the jelly plate because, that's the kind of person I am. But I'm a one-tea person. But there are a few things that I want to do specifically for the business. And then some are just for my own personal enrichment. I know that's only half a scuba diver, but that could be fun coming off a page. So take the whole picture for now, and we'll see what happens collage-wise. I personally like a soft brayer, and I like, let's see if I have my one here. I have one hard one and one soft one. And I think it's just an absolute rule of brayers that they must squeak. Some kind of weird brayer rule. And of course, now that I said it, oh, they're right here. But I think my favorite one is it's not terribly long. It's about that long, but it's a soft brayer, and I really like it. Obviously, I have never jelly plated. I'm keeping this one for this, not for the blue side. I like that. I'm really attracted to blues right now for some reason. But yeah, for other uses, I really prefer the soft brayer to the hard brayer. Hey, Barbara, how you doing? I haven't seen you in forever. Hope you're having a great evening, a nice Friday night for you. Always lovely to see people drop by and have a little chatty with us. How have you been? Of course I did it. I did that one way too close. Come on. Oh, no, not that side. Don't do that side. Oh, I'm good. You know, dyeing paper all the time. Huh. I've heard, but I don't know personally, that the jelly plates are excellent, but their brayers are not necessarily the best. Look closely at the present you are constructing. It should look like the future you are dreaming. I think I'll keep that quote too. I've been into quotes right now, putting them in my personal journal. So let's see if I can make this happen. I have limited brayer experience, but I do like them. But they're squeaky. It is like the squeakiest art tool you can get your hands on. So we were talking about Disney villains today because Els is working on a Disney villains journal. She's got Maleficent on the cover. We were all talking about who our favorite, absolutely favorite Disney villains are. Now hers is, she likes Maleficent, but her absolute favorite is Cruella de Vil. And my absolute favorite, I also like Maleficent, and I love Ursula, but my absolute favorite is Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove, because she just liked being bad. She had such a good time being just, you know. What kind of paint are you using, Michelle? I've seen people do it with everything from craft paint to really expensive heavy body paints. So I don't know if one is better than I think it'll just be fun to get it and experiment, you know. I think that's part of the draw, is I like art experiments, sort of, you know. Just let's do this and see what happens. That's you know, that's part of the reason I like watching like Colleen and Kathy Berg, because they have so much stuff and they're always experimenting with their with new techniques and old techniques and acrylic craft paint. Now I've seen some people get good results. I really think it's all in terms of the drying, and I think there is a definite timing factor in that. I think I'm going to keep that picture. I like that. But I also really like this. But I think I'm just going to, for now, because it's going to have to be fuzzy cut out, sort of. This paper is thicker. It's a little bit hard to predict where it's going to tear at. It's going to be a little slow with it. I don't want it to tear where I don't want it to tear. I also heard, though, there's like a breaking in period for the jelly plate before it starts really kind of doing exactly what you want it to do. I like this picture. Okay. Yeah, these are pages I already ripped out before when I was decorating the brain. You might need to just to get something that loosens the paint up, you know, like maybe a little, I know they have some mediums you can mix in to make it not quite so. Quite so thick. I can't think of what it's called, but if you go look at the various mediums you can add to paint, there's something that will thin it out a little bit and increase the dry time. I think it'll make it stay wet longer, but I don't know if that's exactly what you're looking for on a jelly plate. But there is a way to thin it out. When you ask creative people how they did something, they just saw something. I don't know if that's true. But I like the picture. I love sitting and watching people. It's one of my favorite things to do with a nice cup of tea or coffee, depending. Okay. So we're hitting some flowers. Flowers. Gotta have those. I love that purple one right there. That's nice. Okay. So yeah, nothing totally special going on here. I just thought I'd come on, blabber for a little bit. Wrong side of the ruler. Harvest a magazine or two. Get myself back into the habit. I have just gotten completely out of the habit of even thinking about going on live, which was the really bad thing. Sometimes things get to you and you just stop doing things. That's not really very healthy. It's not a good way to deal with life. So I'm going to go back to putting myself out there because I enjoy what I do. That is a pretty flower. Oh, I kind of like the building too. I wonder if I do this, what's going to happen? We'll give it a shot. Yep, and I got the building over here. I probably don't want the foliage, but I do like the industrial feel of the building. But I still have the flower. Into different papers too. Are you just using regular copy paper? That's what I see most people using. But I've seen them do it on deli paper and parchment paper. That's pretty. Wrong side of the ruler, you dork. All right, let's give you a chop. Do you ever do it live, or is it just an at-home experiment for you? I think I would feel very frazzled until I was more comfortable. Oh, come on. Oh, you're going to be that kind of. This one does not want to tear. There we go. I think I would have to get a little bit comfortable with it before I would be able to do it on a live, if ever, honestly. I don't mind like doing a little collage stuff and tearing magazines, but actual creating things, I get very anxious if I'm live. Ooh, tracing paper is nice and crunchy. I had some parchment paper in that last kit I did, that orange one. Oh my gosh, it made the most fun noises. Okay. Tracing paper. I don't know if I have your address. I have no tracing paper, but I do have some deli paper. If you'd like some, I'd be happy to send some your way. I will get your address from you when I make contact. I would love to see how that turns out for you. And I do have a little bit of parchment paper I could put in with it. Uh-oh. That's no good, Mousy. Okay. Maybe I want that. I don't know. Let's see. Let me save it. I love sharing paper. I have some that is undyed. Be happy to send you a little bit. I love this guy in the hammock, or this girl, whomever it is. I love the idea of a hammock, but I'll tell you what, the reality of getting into one can be a little challenging. Of course, I don't have the best balance. I am fairly klutzy. That is a true thing. All right, we are getting near the close of this magazine. This was a pretty thick one. If I ever see this at the Savers again, I will pick one up. Oh, the Michael settled. That's no good. I like this little picture right here. It's a nice little canals. It reminds me of England. Could be back east too. I didn't really look. Yep, that's in the UK. Oh, I like that one too. Oh no. Llamas. That's a nice little picture right here. The bridges. Whatever that is. Aw. I think it's just an experimental kind of thing, Angie. Mostly, with the exception of Johnny and a couple other people who I've seen doing it, like with pretty regular success. Mostly what I see is people just experimenting to see what happens. Some people just do mono printing on it, you know. There's lots of fun little things. I've been watching videos off and on of people doing various things. Just seems like a fun way to pass the time, you know. Totally does. Like I think almost you get a different result. You can get a different result with the same things. I need to turn it this way. And that's kind of what I think it's both frustrating, but also part of the creative fun of it is you never know quite what you're going to get. And it is messy for the cleanup. I will say, from what I can tell, and it sticks on your hand. So if you have a regular people job, you probably want to wear gloves for that. That was the tip I got from Carla, because she has to go to that evil 4-letter word. And, they like you to not have paint all over you for days on end. For some odd reason. Llamas always look kind of curious to me, and I don't know if it's just because their necks are so long, but they do. They look totally... Ooh, there's a really big picture of the hammock. Nice! A joy in being boring. That would be me. I am such a homebody. That I often do feel kind of like I'm boring. But you know what? I like who I am. I am pretty content with who I am. At this point, you reach a point in life where you just have to be like, well, this is who I am. I should get used to it. And again, I really, really, really like this yellow. So, I think, let's get the edges off here, at least. Tear that up and add it into the... Oh, then I should never use them because I've had dye in my hair, all kinds of paints. All right. Let's give a look-see. We got a nice little chunk out of there, that's for sure. That magazine was thick, and even after I'd already harvested a bunch of stuff out of it, Hey, Rose, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. So let's see. What do we got here? Allure and In Touch magazine. In Touch is new. Let's work on that one. I got this from Savers, obviously. So let's see. There's a... I should save that one for Johnny for jelly printing. Let's see what we find in here. I've never had this magazine before, so this could be interesting. All right. This one looks like it's about mourning, so it also looks like it might be a very Christian magazine, which is okay, but this seems to have lots of words. It's kind of a fun picture. How are you doing, Miss Rose? I see you and your crafty supplies made it okay to your destination. How are things going? Okay. Now I like this blue color, so I want to save some of this blue color for my collage fodder. Like I said, I'm really into the blues right now. I don't know why that is, but when something calls out to you, you gotta just go with it, man. Let's throw away the tiny scraps and get some more off this other side. Okay. take the edge off that. I don't want that part down there. And that's got some words on it still. All right, there we go. Thank goodness you brought something to do. I have all mine scattered everywhere, trying to reorganize the house. Mousy. And Barb is contagious. Mousy started it. Barb's is the same. Right? You get it all nice and organized, and then you're like, now where was that new special perfect place that I decided to put that? I need to do it this way. I'm not getting them 100% straight, but that's okay. We'll have time for trimming later. I just don't feel like using scissors today. So I'm doing it the lazy way. Give my ruler a workout. I don't have any directions. What kind of project do you want to use it in? Under the desk, right? Hey, Janice, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah. I still think it's desk trolls. I believe desk trolls are where most of our stuff goes when we can't find it. And then they bring it back and they put it in a different location. Just saying. That's kind of a fun little orangey bit. Okay. Oops. I kind of like that picture too. We'll just trim that down a little bit. That's right, Rose. In the middle of the night, we're all taking turns sneaking into your room and moving things just a little bit. But you know, when you got a bunch of people doing it, and you never know where things are going to wind up. It's our crafty plot against you. We're trying to steal Angie's cheesecake and hide your things from you. It's our grand crafty plan. Aren't we stinkers? All right, Angie, have a great evening. Thanks for coming and spending a little time with us. I like this picture. I'll have to put something over this, though. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I'm not particularly enamored with the Bible, so. But that is a beautiful picture. And that's, look at, churches are amazing works of art in themselves. Some of them are, truly. When you think about some of these cathedrals, the times they were built in, it's truly amazing. I like this one with the trees. They're both beautiful, though. With all the architecture. Oh. I think you said you didn't have a nap at Brooks too. You probably quite ready to go to bed. I would be. I love my daily nap. I don't always get to it, but daily nap is a beautiful thing if you can get one. Holy cow. Okay, so we've got a little bit more with the trees and the cathedrals. Several get a landscape. It's interesting to see how when you crop things down a certain way, how the image kind of changes. I don't need this, but these letters are far enough apart that I can add them to my ransom lettering. So I will save that for right now. Okay. The paper in this is interesting feeling. It's a little bit thicker, definitely thicker than regular magazine paper. And I think a little bit smoother. And it's definitely, it's not glossy. I do like the matte paper. That's nice. Oops. There's an eyeball. You know me, always trying to creep it up. Rose. There's a messy crafter room? I didn't know that. Oof, and that makes it so hard to get back to sleep and get a good amount of sleep too when you're up and you can't go back to sleep and yeah. Mousy Deb, craft supplies migrate. Yep, that's where I'm at right now. I am definitely having trouble getting to sleep and staying to sleep. I'm having trouble with both those things. And then like yesterday, I slept for most of the day off and on, but not like a good solid sleep, just fitfully. Drives me bananas. Because your brain never really stops, It just keeps going and going like the Energizer Bunny. Oof. That did not want to come apart. Okay. Woo. You didn't video, you took pictures. I don't know if I'd want anybody to see my space. I look like a hoarder right now. And that is a true statement. That's not like, no joke. I'm getting closer as I get more stuff into the store that I've had in piles and in boxes. I'm finding that it's coming to a point where I should be able to find homes for things a little better. I know. I've been trying to watch videos for days, and I'll watch like 3 or 4 of them, and I'll go in and there'll be 9 new notifications. I'm like, how do people keep up with this? I don't understand. And a lot of them are live, so that's, an investment of some hours and hours of watching, Not that I'm complaining, I'm just saying I don't know how some people watch all of it. And everybody has such wonderful content. Oh, the guilt trip machine. That's excuse me. That is a thing for sure. I'll have to go look. I see Mary come on live, but a lot of times she's coming on as I'm trying to go to bed. There's so much great content out there. There's videos, there's lives, but I feel like I could watch 24/7 and I still would never quite catch up. And there's a few get like down a rabbit hole on a topic. So we did those 2 little magazines, and I think we're gonna call it, because look at the substantial pile of images and fodder we found. I mean, that was a pretty good haul right there. Oh, and my scissors are in there. Not a haul. That was so funny that Peggy sent her scissors out. I hope somebody finds them. So I think we're going to call it for this evening. This is a nice little bundle of goodies to still need to further process, but Garagelandia is calling me. $4:30 a.m. Central. And I'm on the East Coast, so, And I feel guilty because people come into my life and they're like, oh, I am not. And I'm like, I saw you had a live and I have not watched it. So I don't watch as religiously a few people as I used to, so that I can kind of spread it out a little bit. I might watch part of a live that's like 3 hours long, but a lot of times they put it on double speed. Amy West. Oh, yeah, I'm on wet. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I obviously need a nap myself. 4:30 is 2:30 here. Oh, and you're sleeping until 5 a.m. Yeah, I'm not getting up. If I'm asleep, I do not get up. That's why I miss a lot of the 4:30 in the afternoon ones, because if I stay up all night and I go to bed at like 5 in the morning, then I'm going to sleep, and I won't be awake enough to participate in a live that comes on at 3 or 4 o'clock. So we're going to call it an evening. Thank you, ladies, for coming in and watching me and hanging out and taking out. But I love to see what people are doing. So much great content out there. So, however you're spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Hey, Rebecca C., we are just running out the door, hon. I'm so sorry. And Mousy Dev's going to continue coloring and watching football. Enjoy, lovely lady. So until I see you in another live or in a box somewhere, I will be live tomorrow night for Hanging in the Hollow. We're going to work on the Halloween glue book from last year. Still trying to get some tags done and stuff like that. But we'll be back tomorrow if you're available, Rebecca. We love you and we missed you. And thank you, ladies, so much. Bye, 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 bye. The end. Oh, it would help if I push the right button. Now the end.